Wholeness and Balanced Vibrations family. It's always amazing to connect with everyone. I'm actually here in the space that I wrote the first lines to the Code of the Matrix, which is really ironic for me. I wanted to say happy fall equinox for everyone that is coming into this. Happy equinox for everybody that's coming into this and, you know, really experiencing life and enjoying themselves, and also honing their techniques in and their awareness about self and about what's going on the planet and what position they want to be in all of this, and what they really want to do, what they want to commit to for the universe, and all the beauty that has been bestowed on us. Just giving ourselves the opportunity to really take all that in, take some breaths, and really see what this existence has for us next. Now, obviously over at Secret Energy, we're doing some amazing stuff. In fact, this is a huge benchmarking time for us in relation to many of the things that we've created. Like, you know, we just have so much, right? Like, we created not only the site, the affiliate networks, lots of shows, and so many things over the years. And now I want to address, like, the most, to me, the biggest concern that could ever come to the conscious community, which is, you know, financially, where are we at with our resources, our children, you know, the schools that we need online, at least, you know, homeschooling curriculums, real awareness to people who are still in the matrix, that are maybe in certain job positions where they would be encountering certain things in the future, and just giving them that knowing and awareness and trust within themselves that they can make this transition. And also developing the faculties that are necessary for people to come in and actually be able to make that transformation, meaning not just giving the information to people. And that's where a lot of my time goes. A lot of people, they may say, well, I don't really see Seven. I don't know if he's around anymore, but I'm around, baby. And in fact, I'm actually doing a lot of things that are vital to the next stage, rather than, you know, the continuous talking and citing what's going on with the reality, what's going on with the so-called controllers and all these things. So most importantly, though, it's about coming from this heart space, and it's about getting out of the brain, because the brain is actually not capable of pushing a positron. Like, the brain is always going to be dualistic. It's always going to look for a yin to the yang. No matter how great things are, it's always going to complain about something. And of course I hear that sometimes. I hear people say, well, you know, it could be like this. And, you know, and it's just that part of the consciousness that constantly wants more, wants to make things better, and not realizing where it's already, what stage it's already reached. Like, even being in a human body and having these abilities of these chakras and these geometric fields that are around us. And now, true enough, you need to activate this stuff in order to see its full potential. But just for the record, having that ability there is quite a bit, when especially in a world where people feel trapped and people feel like they can't get anywhere and they can't do anything. And truly, if you're looking for your spaceship, you're inside of it. You have a vehicle that is ready to be activated. So our next 6 months to a year is going to be about one, Sovereignty 2020. We're going to bring everyone into a state of sovereignty that wants to do that. And we're doing that with these new systems that we're developing with Ohms. We're creating our own conscious bank. So that way, when we want to do a project or we want to launch something, we have a unison in our community that wants to see that effort happen, because we know the impact. And then we have those with the skill set and the ability to give the right oversight to bring those creations into action. Also, we're incentivizing mindfulness. So in this case, people who are making those efforts every single day to balance out the vibration and the energy and the awareness on Earth, we will be highlighting and rewarding those people. And we will be doing that as a large collective community to bring more awareness to, you know, who's actually bringing some knowledge, who's new, you know, who has something special, you know, who just did something that nobody saw but us. So this is to me the evolution of consciousness as it stands, and we're going to bring that. So I'm looking forward to those who are coming down in February to Envision, that are going to be linking up with the tribe. We don't have tentative dates yet, but we know that we're going to be there in mass, and we're going to be representing. And I believe personally that I'll be speaking at Envision maybe a couple times. And at that point, we will be so far along in our gamification incentivization process, we'll actually have a strong use case to show others around the world how this is working and how this is creating more and more awareness and more opportunities for the conscious community. So I wanted to send this out to you. There's so much that I can never really cram it into these conversations. I do my best. I'm really about the action, so I'm loving to really be in this position. I'm glad that I really made those intentions almost a decade ago to give what I felt was the most valuable thing away, which was the code of the matrix, the information and the knowledge of ciphering English and other languages, and how it brought us all to this point of looking within and then finding each other there, finding each other in that heart space, in the understanding and the awareness that we're all connected. And this next phase is about breaking down these racial barriers, racial, R-A-T-I-O, the small differences in shapes and sizes and colors, and also breaking down these walls between life and death, breaking down these walls between these dimensions, like especially with your higher self and this higher level of connection that you can obtain because you already have it, and really dialing into the skills and the step-by-step process that it takes to do that by rolling in our plan of not only the vibratory analysis, but the total role-based maximization, basically knowing what role you play in life by metrics that we can dial in from metaphysical sources, and then giving you the ability to complete that role, whether it's a pioneer, whether it's a person who brings empowerment or ingenuity, those 9 archetypical roles, completing those roles and then moving into other roles like total mastery of the human being, where you master all 9 roles and go into your highest stage of your own self in the physical reality to operate and to do the best that you can. So as you can see, it's hot out here. This is the beach. This is the tropics. You know, Costa Rica, pura vida. Let me see, I'll get my camera together. I'm just on a little camera phone here. So I'm here again in the place that I wrote the code of the matrix, and you could see why something like that would have come from here. And it's just all love. You know, that's what's going on. So I'll be talking to everyone soon. We have a new Keymaker series coming up in October. You'll see the dates. We have some massive newsletters coming out on a regular frequency. We've been overhauling things. You can see the new chat. You see the new site, and it's coming up. So get ready, baby. It's all about you. This is it. This is all that you asked for. Keep getting active. Stay active. Look at what we have coming and see how you can get involved. Wholeness.